During my time as a seminarian in Detroit, one of the things that we would do every once in a while is some kind of public street evangelization. And so this one day I went to a university with a couple other guys, and we were in the hallway talking with students as they were on their way to the cafeteria, to their classes, and asking them, "What's your opinion about Jesus?" Because everyone's got an opinion about him. And it was always a great way to start a conversation. So along comes this guy, and I ask him, "What's your opinion about Jesus?" And he said, "Well, my name is Muhammad, and I'm a Muslim." I'm like, "Okay, let's chat." And so we ended up talking for probably close to an hour about who he thought Jesus was. And I told him that I believed that Jesus was God, that he was truly divine. And Muhammad didn't agree, because he was a Muslim. And he was like, "Well, actually, did you know that Jesus never claimed to be God in the Bible?" I said, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah, he never claimed to be God. He only claimed to be a prophet." And one of the stories that I told him is this story from the gospel that we just heard today. Because Jesus comes up to this man who is paralyzed, and he says to him, "Your sins are forgiven." Now, those who are listening heard that, and they're pretty shocked. They say, "This is blasphemy. Who can forgive sins but God alone? A sin is an offense against God." And yet here is Jesus saying, "I forgive you for your sins. I forgive you for your sins." That would be like if Father Simon came up to me in the morning and spilled coffee on me. And then he turns to Father Dan and says, "I'm sorry." And Dan looks at him and says, "I forgive you." Be like, hello, I'm the one that had coffee spilled on me. I'm the one that has to forgive you, right? Father Dan can't forgive you for what you did to me. And the same is true with what's happening here with the forgiveness of sins. Jesus saying, "I forgive you of this offense against God." What is he saying about himself? I'm God. I'm divine. I have the power to forgive your sins. And they are questioning this in their hearts, and Jesus knows what's happening in their minds. He knows the effect that his words are having. And he says to them, what's more out there? That I forgive sins, or that I can tell this man to stand up and walk? But so that you know that I have the authority to forgive sins, I say to you, stand up and walk. And the man stands up and walks, as a miracle where Jesus is showing, I have this authority. I am who I say that I am. I am divine. I am the Lord. Follow me. And this claim of Jesus, this claim of divinity, has echoed through the generations. And it's presented to all of us now. All of us who follow Jesus, we have said yes to that claim of the Lord. Yes, I do believe that you are who you say that you are. Yes, I believe that you are God. And it is our job now to go out to our world and to share with them the truth of who Jesus is. That he's not just a mere man who was a good teacher who lived and died 2,000 years ago. He is the Lord. He is God himself, who has entered into our world, has the power to forgive sins, has the power to raise the lame, and he is calling the whole world to follow him.